Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 48. This week, we're going to continue our Why Do We series with the topic of why do we have a showroom for our remodeling business? There are all different types of remodeling companies and models of remodeling companies out there, models of businesses, and they do things very differently. From the guy that works out of his truck that asks you to go to Home Depot or Lowe's or Menards and pick up your own materials and he'll just put it in for you, to the interior designer that makes every selection for you, tells you what you're going to get, with your blessing, of course, and then facilitates something through a contractor to do the installation. There are many, many different models. Our model is somewhere in the middle. And it was something that, as we began our business in March of 1999, and we were doing research about what the best remodeling companies were doing and what was taking place in the industry, there was a study by the Joint Center of Housing Studies at Harvard that indicated in the very early years of their studies that homeowners wanted a one-stop shop, but they wanted more selection and better installation services and higher quality products than they might get at the big box stores. So people liked going to the box stores and walking up and down the aisles and looking at all the product options. They didn't necessarily like the idea of purchasing their products there and handling the installation through those very large companies. So with that, we absorbed that information and we said, okay, how can we set out to make the process easy? And really, what is our target client? Now, we've done projects for many, many different types of people over many years, thousands of projects, literally. And I would say that our clients have some common themes or some common characteristics. But one of the things that we've tried to cater to is the busy family that doesn't have time to go to 15 different stores and beg, borrow, and plead to get samples so that they can take cabinet samples to the countertop place and then to the paint store and then go to the plumbing fixture store and look at all these things and try to get samples and try to pull all these things together. People don't have time for that. They're raising kids, they're working jobs, they're trying to take family time and live their lives. So they want a partner, or at least a large segment of the remodeling client population wants a partner that they can work with that will make the process easier for them. What we've tried to do is create what we would characterize as a one-stop shop showroom where you can look at products at different price points. So something, we might tend to live in the middle world or the middle of the road range of price points, but we're always going to have entry level products for our client to choose from that function well. I would say maybe an entry level product that's not cheap and not junk that we have to worry about from a warranty perspective. We're also going to have some higher end options that people can navigate up to. And so my best example might be if you're looking at flooring project, and let's say you're choosing flooring for a main level or a bathroom, we might begin at a middle of the road option that is luxury vinyl plank flooring, waterproof click and lock with good locking systems and floors that we've put in for years that we know perform well. But we also will probably show you an option for tile or for true hardwood on one end, and on the other end we might show you a vinyl option, or we might show you carpet options that if you didn't want to spend the money for the luxury vinyl plank, that you could go in either direction. So I always tell people, we don't care what you spend. What we're trying to do is help you understand what your options are and educate you. Then we trust that you're going to decide that you'll be able to decide how you want to spend your own money. And that's always worked incredibly well for us. So what we're able to do though with our approach is we have everything in one place. So you can come in the course of a couple hours. You can look at cabinets next to countertops, next to floors with plumbing fixtures, and you can pull everything together in one space. And you might not select every last option in our showroom, but you're going to have enough of a sense of if your inspiration pictures have a very specific tile and we don't have that in our showroom, you'll have a sense enough of us when you leave to know those guys at Lifestyle will go chase that for us. They know what we're looking for. Or, if our 3 or 4 or 5 tile manufacturers aren't enough and you want to go look at the tile store that has 15 or 20 or 25 manufacturers, then we can go to that location and we can show you all the options that there are. And same thing for plumbing fixtures and those types of things. So we're not opposed to going outside of our walls. What we're trying to do is kind of capture that 80-20 rule. 80% of the people don't want those. They don't want all of those choices. They don't want those headaches. They want somebody that can navigate it and make the process easier for them. And that's what we're really trying to do with our showroom. So we've got cabinets, as I said, we've got countertops. When we get to countertops, we've got quartz, we've got granite, we've got laminate, we've got solid surface options. So you've got everything under one roof, and you don't have every manufacturer, but we've got our partners that we can take you to look at any of the manufacturers, and it works out perfectly well. So with that, I think if you understand that the showroom is meant to make your life easier, or at a very minimum to give you a great starting point, then you'll understand the spirit for which we're using that showroom. The other piece that I would want you to understand is that when we have projects that are at different price points, we're going to take that client and lead them in different ways. So if somebody wants to do something very basic, we're going to probably pull things that are very basic in nature to start that project, and show you things that are going to fit in the budget based on the discussions we have from the very beginning. If you're doing things that are more luxury in nature, we're going to be positioned and ready when you come in to show you some of those more luxury items. And if you work in the middle of those things, in the middle of the road, I would say nice, not crazy, then we're going to be ready to show you options in that price point as well. But it's funny because once people start looking at things, there's always a hot button or two where they fall in love with something, and what we think or what they think they might get coming in can sometimes be very different than what they end up choosing. I always laugh because we had a client that we've done 6 or 7 projects for over the years, and they came in saying we want to do something very light in our bathroom, and thinking lots of whites and light colors. And then ultimately what they ended up choosing was dark cabinets, dark countertops, something, and a tile that they never would have thought they chose. But as they started pulling things together, they found that's what they liked. So I hope that's helpful for you to at least have a sense of what we're trying to accomplish with the showroom. Like I say, it's not going to be the end-all be-all for everyone, but it has served us very, very well over the years because it makes the client's life easier. And that's really what we're trying to accomplish when it's all said and done, is to just make the process as easy for you as possible. And then if we need to chase a couple of things, we'll go chase those things. The thing I haven't talked about that's maybe the most important aspect of having the showroom is this. When we have a client that comes in and we're discussing project price, so we've been to the house, we've taken measurements, we've taken pictures, we've come back and we're working on the project pricing, and we have our client come in for our what we call the second visit or presentation visit, and we are going through pricing and describing the project back to them, showing them the design often for the first time. One of the things that we can do that others literally cannot do is we can show you exactly what we priced. We can walk over to the flooring and we can point at the flooring that we priced. We can walk over to the cabinets and we can point to the cabinets that we priced. We can go to the countertops and show you the countertops we priced. We can go to the tile and we can say, we used a placeholder that's in this type of range. We can point to several types of tile that fit in that price range. And then we can point to other things and say, if you do this, it'll be more expensive. If you do this, you'll save. The ability to put parameters or put detail to our pricing by showing something specific is creating a visual for you as a client to say, I know what I'm getting if I work with the Lifestyle Group. And that is incredibly powerful, that you walk away and you're not wondering what's in the project, because I will turn it back and say, if you're talking to others, well, what did they price? Well, what exactly did they price? Oh, did they give you an allowance? Well, what did they give you? What are they showing you? What does it mean if they say you can have granite countertops? Well, what kind of granite countertops or quartz countertops or whatever? We're showing you specific product, and then you're also getting a sense of what we think about how that product will function. And you're also getting a chance, if you choose, to look at that product in a space with other things that might go with it. So that might be the most important element of our showroom, is literally just the fact that when we price something, we can point to something in our showroom and tell you exactly what we priced. I hope that's helpful as you think through. Really, a lot of people can talk about pricing of a project and not give you any measure of detail. We can show you what you're getting, and that's one of the primary benefits of having that showroom. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll be happy to answer those questions. And just know that when it comes to product knowledge, we're going to be very, very experienced across the board with a variety of products and a variety of experiences to be able to guide you and kind of keep you out of trouble and give you good direction, so that you're using your time wisely and you're getting good, honest information along the way. So with that, have a wonderful day. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to reach out to us, and thanks for watching and listening. Take care.